Hi, welcome to the Gen X Glam and Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone. Whether you're new or coming back, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I'm in a super big hurry because the invader is giving me a ride to the mall and I can't miss it. We only have 20 minutes maximum. Got all my skincare down. I've got my cute little like pull the hair back. This thing is cool. I got it in FabFitFun, and you know, one of my big beefs, I know, wait, let me put my moisturizer on first and then I'm gonna tell you about my beefs with these hair hat holder backers. This, I'm going to go in with the Vitamin Enriched Face Base from Bobbi Brown. I can tell you where I got this product. A lot of the stuff in my collection, I can tell you where I got it, how I got it, was there a gift with purchase. I'm just savant like that. But this one here, I was at a warehouse sale in Ottawa, and I think I did it was a warehouse. It wasn't only makeup. Here's what it looks like on, and it's a moisturizer and primer. We're going in with it. It's kind of thick. But we're going in with it because I'm going to put on a foundation today. Yes, I am. I'm going for like a light to medium coverage, and I want to test this foundation that I got in a value bin here in Stockholm. It's a Maybelline. It's Maybelline Fit SPF 18. Not enough for full, you know, if you were going to go out. The sun is under the clouds today, so I'm just going to stick with this. I'm not going to go in with another SPF. It's for normal to dry skin foundation, number 1110. Anyway, so I was at the warehouse sale. I went 2 years in a row, and I found some really cool stuff both years. And the second year is when I found this base. I bought 2 of them. Actually, I think I bought 3 of them. I might have given one away in a giveaway, but what sucked me into getting it is the girl next to me. The girl next to me was like, this is the best base primer you'll ever try. And I was like, okay. And I did. So I gave one away. I'm quite sure I gave one away in a giveaway. I've gone through one, and this is my second one. And I thought, since I'm going to go in with a foundation today, which I don't normally do, let's give this a whirl. It doesn't pale. I really, really like it. Normally, I would keep this kind of stuff for travel size, but I keep this one. It's about halfway gone. I keep this one on reserve for when I am going to go ahead and attempt like a full face of foundation. All right, there it is. It's just going to do its thing. We need to let it sit, which isn't good with the timer. Let's go in and prime the eyes. I just got this new eyeshadow primer from the brand Dune. I had done a video, but I took it down because I was like really meh in the video. But Dune is a Swedish brand. I'm trying to build my collection on buy one little thing here and there, and before you know it, the collection probably falls in the overconsumption category. But I actually needed one. My cute little I don't know if I'm able, is this it? My eyeshadow primer from Lumi that I got, this is a Finnish brand, that I got in my advent calendar from Luminous is almost gone. And so when I saw this one at the mall the other day when I went and got my nails done, I went for it. I swatched it first to see. I swatched it right here because this is where part of our hand where it can like simulate our under eyes pretty easily because there's creases and stuff there. So I saw as a tip and trick on, yes, I'm just like everybody else. I'm scrolling through. I'm always looking for a good tip or trick. Anyway, I thought that made a lot of sense. It's absolutely true. This part of our hand right here, look at that. Look at those wrinkles. It is a nice simulator where you can test these products that are going to go in the delicate parts of your face, specifically like concealers and I guess eye primers. I've met some eye primers that I'm not necessarily, I'm going to go right in my nose area because remember this is a primer and stuff sticks to primer. I have met some primers, lid primers that I haven't been a fan of. Like specifically, I hate to throw e.l.f. under the bus because, you know, if you check my channel, you know, I'm a super big fan of e.l.f. I'm not a big fan though of their eyeshadow primer, just not. All right, let's go there. Going to let that set. For the lips today, we're going to do those last. In beauty school, you know, teacher said like do the lips last, but I always catch myself cheating and doing lips like way, way, way too early. But I'm going to do a fun combo today. We're sticking with the Maybelline family. We have the Maybelline SuperStay Teddy Tint, which you can put on your cheeks, but it dries down fast. So you should do one cheek at a time. And so we're going to get this one down first. We're going to let it dry. We're going to let it stain. And then we're going to go over with the Maybelline Super Vinyl Ink, which is a little bit more glossier. We're going to try that combination with my Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut shade. I don't really have a proper shade to match this lip combo, because the lip combo is falling in on sort of the corally side. So I'm just going with one of my favorites, and it's gonna blur out anyway. So there's that. All right, let's see. I think we're good. I think we're good. This is so exciting. Okay, here it is. Let's give it a good shake. Again, it's the Maybelline Fit SPF 18 Luminous and Smooth, so it should give a nice little glow. I don't want to overdo it though. Oh, and look what I've pulled out. This is so magical. I'm gonna get into a new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Compact. Yes, I am. I use the shade 01. My other one's hanging in there, but it is like, okay, let's just look at this quick. We should have done this while the foundation's drying. Beat up to heck. Beat up to heck. And there is a fair amount left, but I'm going to save this for like travel now. But when I'm starting to, you know, when I get ready for work, I need it not just like digging around the pan, basically. All right, let's get shaky. We're not going to do much. We're going to start with like, I don't know, that much. I mean, I don't think I'm going to need much more than that. And I'm going to go in. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to do a little bit of color correcting. Going in with my Bubble Secret Agent. I used my Bubble Cosmic Silk today as like my first after my face wash type of product. There's the Secret Agent. And I love it. I love it. It gives such a milky, nice little glowy glow. And I really do like that glow from below vibe. I feel like that gives me that when I set my face using that Cosmic Milk by Bubble. I'm just really bummed that it's not on Amazon. I really am. I have a couple of new Bubble products coming from Amazon that aren't the Cosmic Milk. If you want to get the Cosmic Milk, as far as I can tell, you have to do it straight up from Bubbles website, which, you know, good for them. Good for them. I'm just so lazy. I just want to get everything on Amazon because that's the most convenient thing for me. Another thing I used today to set my face and my skincare was my Shiseido Ultra Immune. This is the Power Infusing Concentrate Serum, and it's almost gone. Like, speaking of things that are almost gone for me. So that is getting really close to being gone, as well as my Super Serum Boost, also from the Ultra Immune Shiseido line. I got all this cool Shiseido stuff when I was living in Canada, you know, because they did great gifts with purchase. And so I really dived into Shiseido. I'm probably halfway through the under eye cream from the same collection, and I also use that today. All right, let's go in before this starts to oxidize too much. We're going to use a beauty blender. We're going to take the back of the beauty blender, the butt side, and we're going to actually focus on the inside of the face and the forehead area. I'm going to try to be very careful when I go around my eyes because I have not done any sort of I haven't done any sort of color corrector. That's a really light. I don't have much left on my hand, so we're gonna, I would call what I pumped, I would put that in the half pump category, and that's what I was going for. I didn't give it a full, like, I gave it like a quick little, like that. I would call that a half pump. Now, this is not picking up, it's giving me a glow, it's giving me coverage. I would definitely say it is the light to medium coverage. It's hard to say how this is going to hold up until I get some other stuff on top of it. And I'm not going too crazy because I truly do need to get out of here before we get that knock on the door. That's what we need to avoid, the knock on the door. That means the invader is like ready to go. And whether I'm ready or not, that train is going to leave the station. So, okay, so if this look is not Total's perfection, well, it will never be Total's perfection, but if it's a little rushed, we're just going to have to make it work. We're going to have to make it work. All right, I'm lifting up here because I want to definitely get in this area underneath. I don't want to have a super light white face and not have that same attempted, you know, blend on the neck and the chin area, so, and the ears for that matter. This is just, I'm just really trying to not drag my sponge. I'm trying not to, right? I'm trying to really just pat all of this in, but I'm also doing it in an extreme hurry. And I am using this beauty blender was not dampened, okay? It was a dry, I just washed all my brushes in my beauty blenders yesterday. It was so satisfying. So this one is not, you know, it's on its second, actually third life, I think. I think this one's on its third life. I do about 3 washes, really good wash, overnight dries on my beauty blenders. Let's go in with the Milani Make It Last Moisture Boost with no alcohol, no scent. And let that sit for a minute, and we're going to go back and pat in again. Like I was saying, I do about 3 cleans on my beauty blenders, and then definitely like letting them dry and stuff. And then that's about it. That's about it. Then I consider them like well spent, and I get out it and I start a new one. All right. I could still use something around the nose. I pulled out my Merit Correction Stick. This is in the shade Sandstone. I'm going to go like a little bit here and there, and maybe on the lids with this down. This is, I love this thing. It's somewhere between a foundation stick and a concealer. All right, let's spray. Well, let's go in. It's so satisfying. This was also brought back to life. My cool angled generic sort of spongy sponges. I also brought this one back to life. Doesn't it look brand new? This thing was like caked in stuff. It truly, truly was. This is just water. I'm just spraying with some water. And I'm going to dab. I'm going to try to dab in. We got to get some color on the cheeks. And I want to do my lips. Ooh, let's go ahead and put the SuperStay Teddy Tint down because it needs to dry. So I bought these 2 dropped around the same time, and I liked the Teddy Tint better because you could use it for your lips and your cheeks, whereas this one here, you just can't. This vinyl, it just doesn't. It'll get way patchy on you if you try to use this on your cheeks. All right, so we really need to buff this in. We need to buff. Just going to use this brush right here just to get like there we go. The idea is for that to stain. So let's let that stain go back. Oh, I'm already getting it dirty. Sad panda. These things, though, are meant to get dirty and to be washed, because if they don't get washed, we are talking breakout city. All right, here we go. We're doing great on time. How do we think of this coverage? I mean, it's not perfect, but we're just going to lean into it. I think it's quite nice. I think it's smoothed me out. I think it's given me somewhat of a glow, you know, but it's not, I'm not looking oily. Let me give it the feel test. It feels fantastic. I'm just going to kind of push it all up and away. And we're going to go in and we're going to get a little bit of this on our cheeks, just right here, one cheek at a time, and we're going to use our fingers because this tends to dry down really fast. It is a stain, so we don't want it sitting on the other cheek like too long. I know that sounds extreme, but it just gives us really nice little natural flush. And I know it sounds extreme. We don't have to always play by any sort of rules, but I don't know, you gotta also know your product too, whatever's left on my finger. And I know that this product is going to stain. Hence the Teddy Tint, the tint in the name. So I don't want it staining. And then my big thing is but I never have time to go back really and fix much. So I gotta try to get it right on the first try. And if you watch my channel, that's what I do anyway. I'm like a one-take wonder, come what may. Now my hands are a little bit too yuck. I got a little, I think there's still a little bit there from pushing all that around my face. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get into my new eyeshadow quad from a Dune. I just wanted to use like this light transition, you know, in our quads, in our eyeshadow selections, in whatever kind of palette, however many number you have, you know, the lighter ones tend to be what they call the transition shades. And that's kind of like all I personally like to use. I'm just I know I'm just throwing it on, but we have to trust the process. Let me tell you how my lips are feeling now. I'm feeling this dry down quite nicely. It looks pasty. I'm not gonna lie. If I were looking at it, if I was watching this video, I'd be like, I don't know, that's looking a little pasty paste on her. But we're gonna go over it now with the vinyl ink also from Maybelline, to give it a little bit more of a gloss look. And this has also got to dry down. So that's what we tried to do. We tried to use these things together. But again, not using the vinyl. This one has a little bit of a scent to it. It doesn't necessarily bother me. I'm just saying there is a little bit of a scent to it. But remember, Teddy Tint, yes, versatile enough to put on the cheeks and the lips. It is a stain. But with this vinyl ink by Maybelline, I wouldn't necessarily do that. Just use it to get your glossy gloss look. You know what I also pulled out, and I don't know if I want to build with it or not, from NARS Behave. It's a really nice Afterglow liquid blush, and I got it at TJ Maxx. It does not break the bank. Why don't we go up with it? Why don't we go up? Because, and this one I'm not afraid to just dot, you know, one side and start working and leave it on. Just let's leave it there, because it's not necessarily a stain. This is just meant to give you a nice little glow. Perfect for the summer. I'm going to be using this a lot this summer, and I'm going to pair it with the NARS Gina blush. So be on the lookout when you go to your TJ Maxx's and your Marshalls and your Winners, because you can find NARS there in the markdown bins a lot. All right, I got this though in a I got this particular shade of blush, and it wasn't a mystery bundle from Mars, but it was a nice little kit that they put together, a bundle that I bought off their website. I love it. I love it. It's looking good. It's looking good. We're going to use this Gina, and we're going to go a little bit on the lids with it, just a tiny bit to like offset and to like really highlight that pop that's going on with this Gina. And guess what? After we get into the Charlotte Tilbury, let's just blend it a little bit. After we get into my new Charlotte Tilbury compact, which we're going to do right now, we're going to be done and we're going to be out of here. The lips are feeling a little bit sticky. I could go over them with another gloss. Oh my gosh, this is so satisfying. I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to screw it up. Do I have the right? Here, I'm going to go in with my P. Louise brush. So satisfying first dip. The lips are feeling a little bit sticky, if you will. But I think that it'll just, I'm going for the stain. That's what I'm testing today. I want to see, I'm going to be out for a few hours in the public, and I just want to see how that stain holds. So I don't mind a matte lip every once in a while, I'll tell you the truth. I really truly don't. Let's see how I'm just going tiny bit over. That foundation is not like looking too shiny, right? I don't really even need a lot of powder. I'm kind of really happy with it. I'm happy with that base. I thought it might be a little bit too light going in, but here, let's warm up the face a tiny bit with my LA Girl new matte powder bronzer, which is going to be my summer go-to. And I'm so sorry that my ladies in Canada have weighed in that you can't get LA Girl in Canada, which I had no idea. I did not know that. And I'm super bummed because I think it's a fun, affordable brand. And I hope that it comes to Canada soon. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing much. I'm just trying to take a very light hand. And warm up the face a tiny bit. And give us a spray. And we're going to get out of here. What spray do I want? I'm going to take and use, hold on, wait for it. I'm almost there. I'm going to use my NYX Matte finishing spray because it is almost gone. Speaking of kind of getting to the empties, I love this one to finish the face. It's not necessarily alcohol free. It isn't actually alcohol free, but I really like it. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. We made it. We did it under 20 minutes. We didn't get the knock. I'm not going to get left behind. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.